Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to iLeague Season 2 LAN Finals. We're now underway with our third of 4 quarterfinal matches in the winner's bracket. This one will be LGD Gaming versus NiP. NiP, this is Lions, for those who are not familiar with them. They just got sponsored. NiP have debuted in Dota, a legendary Counter-Strike squad from the good old days, still around and doing a lot, and they're moving into the Dota-verse. So exciting stuff there. They took Game 1 after what looked like a terrible start, and now they find themselves one game away from moving on to your winner bracket semifinals. I'm LD, and of course I am joined here by Merlini.
Are they not going to ban ET? I
guess not.
You know, I was looking at the UI, and I thought that some things were interesting. Firstly, I didn't notice that it was like a green light on the bottom, and then it shifted to like red light sometimes for Radiant and Dire. Now it's red. Sometimes it's green on the bottom.
Did you notice the smoke?
Yeah, but I thought it was like green and red at once. Anyways, and also Hanskin, he's the captain. He has a different icon or lighting on his icon. So, if you're ninjas in pajamas, I think this is a no-brainer to pick ET. If I'm blue, I'm like, why in the world did they not ban ET? Are they going to take it right now? Because that is one of the hottest supports in the past like 3 months in the European scene, like unquestionably. Especially against Morphling.
Very good against Morphling.
Yeah, like, he is just... I've seen so many teams tried so many different things with Morphling against ET. I've seen Dazzle, I've seen...
Early Assault Cuirass pickups, like armor strats.
Yeah, Lich with Frost Armor, like, nothing works. It's just don't pick it versus an ET.
Yeah, so, we generally don't see Morphling picks this early either. Normally it's more of like a third, fourth pick type carry.
Yeah, the LGD's draft is definitely dissimilar to many teams. Well, they will ban the Venomancer. I like this ban, partially because I don't like watching the hero, partially because I think 8 Mother did a lot of damage. Let's see if I can see how much damage he did last game.
Team
pick. Speaking of things that we like, I really like the Lion pick for LGD. This hero has gotten buffed so hard in the patch. His base damage is way better. The monitoring cooldown significantly lower.
Venomancer's damage was double Lycan's damage last game.
Yeah, he got a lot of
double. What?
And he got a lot of last hits on top of that.
That's absurd. Timbersaw did 12,440, and Venomancer did almost double that too.
Wow.
So that is some absurd amounts of damage.
Yeah.
So
LGD will go for Lion. This support's gotten some huge buffs. Very popular right now in Chinese Dota. Great against Brew. Remove that evasion. Have a lot of burst damage to bring him down. Actually a good zoning support now. Used to be pretty ass, but with the base damage buff, most of the Chinese support players will just get the early boots and just constantly poke away at the offlaner. It's been pretty effective in the few games.
I like Lion. He doesn't have that much armor, though, which is kind of rough, especially when you're versus a Drow versus a brew.
That's definitely
true. Blah.
Words. Yeah, Drow Ranger picked up. They've got the Drow Venge. We'll see if they want to transition even into a Visage here, or if they're content with the damage they already bring to bear. As for LGD, they've got their supports. They'll be looking for something for Yao. This should be a Sylar Morphling. Skywrath Line to be picked up by Faith MMY. And it's a Bristleback, most likely in July's hero. Could be Yao's, but probably will be for in July.
You need a nice tanky hero to deal with.
Good versus familiars as well. We've seen the Bristleback do very well there if he gets farmed enough.
He's great versus Brewmaster. I really like the Bristleback pick here, too.
Yeah, so I don't know if NiP will even go Visage now. They'll still go for it. Okay. Well, there'll be that timing when the Drow, Venge, Visage all come online. They get the Ags on the Visage, the Drow Ranger level 2 ultimate, and Venge just maxing out probably the Aura. And that'll be kind of their window to just blow up LGD.
I don't really like LGD picking their safe lane so quickly, though.
The Morph.
Yeah, because they can just pick whatever they want, and they pretty much know that it's going to be relatively uncontested. Like, Morphling in your safe lane, Drow... I mean, Drow, I think, gets online a lot quicker than Morphling. Like, you can start pushing at, like, level 7, level 6 even, level 11. Like, these are really big breakpoints for Drow Ranger in terms of her damage on towers. And Morphling's like, okay, you got your Lincolns, and then, you know, maybe you can fight now and then and get a couple pickoffs for timely anti-pushes and ganks, but I don't know. He doesn't really do that much. Drow Ranger just, like, melts your tower.
Again on NiP with the 5th ban on the Brood, just not drafting anything to really deal with that hero, and so widely will ban it. Widely, whatever words.
I've seen Brewmaster with like Arcane and Vanguard be okay. at dealing with the with a brood mother, but that's only if you're like pigeonholed into that sort of.
Yeah, and that doesn't really suit their draft so much.
Yeah.
They want this brew to be up in the front line, blink initiating, controlling the fights, and not like walking around tanking spiderlings and laning against brood. Because if he's just sitting there laning, who's going to be controlling the map and getting them set up for a push? Not really anyone, I guess. LGD, one more pick.
The Yao Voger?
Yeah, the Invoker's out there. The Ember, it's probably one or the other. Those are the two heroes he's played almost every game.
I've seen Embers get destroyed by Drow Ranger. He has like really low armor, and he's really susceptible to just getting silenced and killed.
Very, very reliant on getting off his Remnant. That's for sure.
So, yeah.
I'll be pretty surprised if it's not Invoker or Ember. He's played one of those two heroes in his last 8 games.
Not last game.
Yeah, well, I have to look at the result. They may be thinking, let's go back to basics for LGD. We'll see. At the same time, NiP, what are they going to need here? They have their brew for mid. So looking at a solo, probably something for Jonas. He played the Nyx last game to great effect. Is there any kind of offlaner that jumps out at you? All right, it is something different.
Timber.
Radiant
Timber?
team pick.
Yeah.
You think even versus Lion Skyrim?
Oh, so this is Lion mid? Could be.
You mean like a farming Lion?
That'd be cool. Nah.
Well, who's going to play support then? Bristleback? Centaur?
Centaur jungle.
Support
easy.
morph? The strength morph support?
Who knows? People keep asking me about that, but I don't think it's going to happen. Yeah, it'll be Lion support.
10 seconds.
Yeah, it's MMY as well. Probably MMY
Oh yeah,
playing
his
it.
line is pretty sick.
He should have like the alternate flare name. I wish Dota 2 had those.
Reserve
I like
time.
Timber here. It's good for Bristle, good for Centaur, decent
Lion
versus Morphin.
Skyrath are really good against Timber though.
I mean, what else? What is good versus those though?
Yeah.
Like at least he has strengths versus other heroes. Whereas I mean, Skywrath Lion is most likely going to be able to zone out any offlaner.
Brood would have been very annoying if NiP went for it.
That's
actually.
true. Brew would have been.
But they played safe and they played it safe and banned it out.
Puck.
Okay. The Puck, another ranged hero, kind of looks like a Cloud9 draft to be honest.
Any draw visage strat is the Cloud9.
Yeah, but like
strat.
even these supporting picks, like they often do run it with the Puck because it's another ranged hero and a good teamfight initiator, and the Venge, of course, very popular for Pylai Dai. Well, it was.
See, Puck into a Lion Sky is really tough too. I think it's even tougher than a Timber. At least Timber has his reactive and some sort of HP pool. Puck has, yeah.
They're counting on being the ones doing the jumping. I guess the one issue is they do not have much for the Morphling.
They could aggro actually. Lion, I think, is really weak on try on try.
Even after the latest patch?
Yeah, he doesn't do any damage with his Hex.
He's got that 53, is it, base damage now? He's got a decent little right click.
I mean,
10
you're talking. I mean, you're
seconds
comparing it to Venge and a Visage with Drow.
With a
aura.
Drow, yeah.
5 seconds
it's-
remaining.
Well, it'll be more to the Skyrath and Bristleback to control those fights, but
I think they might just do safe lane though. Safe lane Puck and I don't know. It's risky, but I think they can shut down the, or at least hamper Morphling's farm. It's 3 like
Prepare
really
for
high
battle.
range heroes.
the
Versus
one thing the Puck does give them though is more reliable lockdown versus the Morphling. Like with the Blink Silence, they at least have some chance of blowing them up.
I don't know. They can coordinate though with like a. Oh man, I'm lagging hard.
I seem to be okay.
A Seal Kid is still in base for me.
Well, fortunately, I guess the computer that's showing the viewers the game is not lagging, so
I'm gonna reconnect.
you may want to try reconnecting. All right, here we go, Merlini. We're going to run through our lineups now. LGD trailing 0-1 in the best of 3. Now look to bounce back here on home turf. MMY playing your Lion. One of his go-tos does go with the boots first, as I mentioned. Yao on the Bristleback. Faith will be playing that 5 role on the Skyrath mage. Sylar on his well-known Morphling, which used a great effect at TI4. And July
Look at all Puck.
on the Centaur.
He's used all of his mana trying to get that ward out quicker. I've seen this done with NP with the teleport, Spirit Breaker with empowering haste, Puck and Weaver. Actually, this is the first time I've seen it with Puck, so that's kind of cool.
Yeah, that's definitely
Innovative.
not something you see very often. And he gets back to base. He's going to drop his null tally just so he regens a bit quicker in the well, but he is going to miss his block as a result, unfortunately. So with that said, we'll introduce the players for NiP. Jonas will be playing your Puck. He's going to jaunt on forward. He'll get most of his mana back from this. Actually, he does get his block off, so he opts to get the block instead of having the full mana pool here, which I suppose ultimately is going to help guarantee him a bit more experience. Really interesting off-lane play. He'll get the range creep in front, so everything looking good for him. Mid lane will be 8 Mother on his brew. This and the mag are what most of the viewers probably remember him for, especially if you were watching Dream League era. Playing the safe lane Drow that puts Handskin onto the Visage, and then it leaves Seal Kid as the Vengeful Spirit. That's kind of an interesting approach. Not just the ward, but then he's got it like timed out where he just knows exactly how much mana he can get back in well before he orbs out. He's obviously practiced that. Pretty cool.
Oh, he doesn't have that much regen though. He does have only 1 null, and with a level 1 Hex and a Stomp on Centaur, could be disabled for like a good 4 seconds or so.
Yeah, 2.5 second disable. That is nothing to snooze at, or sneeze at. Man, I'm getting all my words mixed up today. Okay. Trying to contest here a bit. They are running the dual lanes as LGD just seem to love to do pretty much every game. The strong dual lane too. The Bristleback Skywrath duo. And they dual lane in the safe lane strong as well, so it looks like they're going to get a lot here out of these 2 side lanes. At least so far, no real effort to contest from NiP.
I think LGD can get a kill on Puck once MMY is level 2 though. Hex into Impale and Hoof Stomp into a double edge should yield a kill, especially considering he only has 2 Tangos left, so we'll see if that happens.
Meanwhile, Faith gonna stack the Ancients, it looks like, while he waits for this 2-minute rune. Sylar, 6 and 2 mid, so farming well. 8 Mother also farming well. Just a farm lane for the most part, barring some support rotations. You should get close to free farm here. Nice dodge on that Stomp.
Faith is already stacking the Ancients too.
Yeah. I just said that.
Oh, you did? Oh, sorry. I was watching Faith. Or watching the Face Shift.
Am I not important enough to listen?
My bad, my bad.
You're hurting my feelings, man. Nah. It's all good in the hood.
He is not getting that much, though. The old Bristleback. I don't know. This could be a kill. He's down here alone.
They've got a level 1 Venge, though. No how. Kind of a tough kill without the how.
He also doesn't have 2 levels in Frost Arrows.
Well, they're looking towards him, though. Bringing in that Invis Venge now does have level 2. Faith would be the ideal target here, but let's see if he moseys into position.
They also don't have any boots. They're really good at contesting the spawns, though. Faith has been able to get all the experience.
This could be at top lane. MMY doesn't have mana for an Impale. He just got it now. Oh, stop. Double edge. That's enough. First blood to LGD. That was close. He was claritying up and like just got the mana from Impale. Puck, I think, had like just a quarter of a second to phase shift in time, but didn't quite get it off.
Oh, and the mana drain coming out now. But unfortunately, Injuly doesn't have any mana, so Puck should be safe up here for a good couple of minutes now. I mean, that's a tough lane for a Puck. It's not like you can just constantly get zoned out. I think you just have to sacrifice your life for their like 400 mana. Not quite 400, but like 350 mana, and then just come back with full HP. Despite
the death, he is still level 4, so he's still doing pretty well there.
I think it's better than not dying and just being like level 2.5.
Yeah, because at that point you're probably going to die anyway later on. Yeah. So you might as well at least trade the death for the experience.
Dying's okay sometimes.
You just created like 10,000 angry pubs.
Sylar,
because now people are going to feed and they're going to be like, damn it, Merlini, you encourage them to feed.
Sylar is owning the Panda, though. He is owning him pretty hard. 19-9 to 12-3, and there hasn't really been that much interruption. Like, Skywrath has been around that area, but he actually hasn't been, you know, doing that much to 8 Mother himself.
That was like the only time, like just now he poked his head in, but he has not been there much. He's mostly been off on the bottom side of the map, just trying to help out this Bristleback and doing some ancient stacking. Yeah, Sylar just having his way here mid lane. He's going to wave forward. He tanks a clap, but gets the deny on the way out. Cheeky play from him. And just not much 8 Mother can really do to punish it. Unlikely to be able to get a kill here. They'll try to engage. Drunken Haze, but Morphlane has a haste if needed. 8 Mother really wants to force this out. He'll clap again. Looks like Sylar's going to have to use it. It'll just scurry away.
Yep, he's morphed to a fair amount of agility, sitting at 78 damage versus 8 Mother 68, and you rarely see Brew get the lower hand when it comes to damage rolls. Oh, we see The puck maybe trying to make a play on MY, but he is at a pretty safe amount of HP at 329.
He's got the level 2 nukes on both. He may actually get this kill. Jonas just crouching in the trees. He's going to pop out. Throws out the sound. The orb, though, off the mark. Oh, he's going to still go for it. He gets hexed. MMY has an impale as well. He's going to throw out the impale. He's going to now retreat out to safety, but the trap has been sprung as the rotation comes through. Sylar's in pursuit. Jonas going to walk right into him, gets caught out, and ends up giving a kill away to the Morph.
That was a pretty nice play. Actually, he definitely would have killed him had he landed that orb.
Yeah, like you could definitely. He knew the damage amount that he needed to get the kill, and just if he hit the orb, it's over. But I think still the fact that he could see that you can go for a kill there is still impressive. A lot of players would just, oh, I'm getting levels, I can just sit back. But unfortunately, doesn't execute it quite well enough, and LGD are given a freebie.
So stack number 3 coming out for Faith.
They should. I wonder if they know about this. They probably should suspect with the Scarth often missing and the Bristleback pick.
Bristleback hasn't been very popular lately, though, so I don't know if they. I mean, if it's versus Tidehunter, you'd be like, yeah, he's definitely has some stacks. But versus Bristler, you're like, probably. It might just be at the back of their mind.
Well,
or not.
Now they know. So much for those shenanigans. And they do have the brew, so
there's a smoke from
you can always
and
contest
Faith.
That.
Can they kill Handskin or can they kill Era? Era. Oh no, they know that they're pulling. He doesn't have a creep wave.
Uh-oh. This could be bad, but if he continues just walking back and hides behind the tower, it'll be a tough kill. Handskin, quite a bit easier. Let's see, do they go for the tower dive? They will. They stampede their way in. They get the impale initiation. Then the concussive shot comes through. They just auto-attack Era down, not wanting to blow too much mana here, and they will end up getting the kill. Yao now trying to retreat out. Seal Kid on the chase. Do they have much soul assumption charges? No, they don't. So Yao's able to make it out to safety.
Nice use of Stampede.
Yeah, and that's also going to get Centaur close to his Blink Dagger. That's a very nice time blink for him. With the blink on the Centaur, the Stampede already out, the Lion level 6 relatively soon, like in the next 3 minutes or so, hopefully, for MMY. This could be a really strong follow-up timing here for LGD. And 8 Mother still not really close to his Blink Dagger.
Oh, he's really far away. What happened to him?
He went for the completed wand.
Stay near.
Stay near. Goodbye. MMY goes down. And the chase is on Inchulai on the back foot, but they bring in Yao. He's going to turn and look to engage, but does he go for the puck kill here? There's
has
an
no
orb ready
goo.
soon.
He's going to get kited without the goo.
Actually going to get turned on. This is probably the death of Yao. Inchulai's just watching. I don't know what you want me to do, dude. I'll end up falling. That is pretty odd not to see.
That's
considering how dominant that bottom lane was for him. He's getting a lot out of it. Unfortunate. LR now being chased by 8 Mother, who continues to pound into him. Not going to get the kill, but just wants to harass him down a bit and force him to play more defensively. Here comes the medallion. This item got a pretty big buff in the most recent patch, because you can now use it to increase your teammates' armor. Go on to Injulai to get another kill. The aggressive roaming Drow Ranger. Doing all kinds of work. However, reinforcements have arrived. Era gets caught out, turned on MMY, and Sylar ends up... No, actually the creeps get the last hit, but still, the kill's a kill. MMY going to start mana draining, try to work his way back up to full HP. Now the puck zipping away, but there's no hex for 18 seconds. He just goes for the long range impale, and he connects. No follow-up, though.
Where's the phase shift? I thought he was going to phase it.
Yeah. Look at those auto attacks, man. Lion Dota. 64 damage. So legit.
Yeah, this Drow Ranger has been very active around the map.
Dire's middle
But
tower
they've also
is under
been
attack.
trying to pressure bottom a lot, so he doesn't exactly feel too safe there. Especially with this gank about to happen. Stampede up.
This could be trouble. Handskin. No, they ignore him. They want to go for Era, so they go for the slightly riskier kill. They don't do enough damage. Now the turn. Era's going to get one. This is 2. With that first slow coming through, they even commit a Brewmaster split. Don't think they needed it, but hey, 2 free kills going back the other way, and they might get a third. Okay, they managed to get in range. Finding that Bristleback on the retreat out. Can they finish him, though? Boulder toss is there. Follow-up Grave Chill. Soul Assumption charges stacked up, but no mana. And without the mana, there won't be enough damage for the kill. Meanwhile, top lane, Jonas again caught out. He does have an orb. He doesn't get to throw it. He gets hexed and brought down again. And that's now a level 7 Lion at 10 minutes in. MMY doing heavy lifting here, and a bloody, bloody start to this game number 2. 5-5.
Yeah, just owning the puck non-stop. Yao.
This is just ridiculous. Era going full man mode. He then turns on Faith, gets off the silence as he TPs in. Does he really want to dive behind the tower? That might be a bridge too far. He will. He gets the kill. Can he make his way out? He's close. He is going to live with the 14 armor. Then Sylar waves in. He turns onto Handskin. Is Era going to pop back out and start kiting him? It looks like he wants to. The medallion. Sylar drops quickly. Now he's silenced. He is strength morphing, but he's going to get auto attack down through it. Era pulls 3 kills out of the hat. What a magician. And lives to tell the tale. Oh my goodness.
Why would you not skill level 4 frost arrows after seeing that? Man,
he's been so good. He's been so good with the gusts. Like, he throws them like before the TP completes and it hits the landing spot like as the hero arrives.
Yeah, they've been really well timed. And then, I mean, looking back at the Visage build too, he didn't even go for boots before the medallion, but it paid off for him right there. And now they're owning. Drow Ranger, not the best late game hero, very, very strong in the mid game, and they are capitalizing on it for sure. And Bristleback with no goo, no warpath, how is he supposed to catch up to the Drow Ranger? That's why they picked the Bristleback, to be a sticky hero on the Drow so she can't kite.
Yeah, I mean, you have Stampede, but that's not something you can use throughout a long team fight.
And they have defensive swap for it, they have coil to protect him from it. It is looking bad. Well, they are getting this big old stack, so yeah, we'll probably be able to get...
Or are they? NiP are smoking for this.
Oh no. What happened to that ward?
Oh no, they're smoking for Roche. Okay. This could get awkward.
Oh, they pinged it out.
They're going to walk into the pit. They will start Roche. Medallion pop. They bring in more reinforcements. Steel Kid, not going to use the Wave of Terror. Doesn't want to give up the Roche. But here comes your replicate. Sylar's here. Roche is low, and this could be very bad for NiP. They commit into the pit. Sylar jumping deep. Fingers there. They get the kill. It's a double for MMY. Roche falls. Aegis going to your Morphling. Centaur finishing off the Visage. The Bruce Split comes in as well. And now Sylar, big, bad, and with plenty of lives to work with, will continue to fight this one out. So far, 2 for 3. MMY might end up going down, which would make it a 3 for 3, but no! The Brewmaster split ends. Now MMY with the Impale. Yao to follow up. Over the top comes Sylar. That's going to be a 4th kill for LGD. A very bold maneuver by NiP, and a bit of bad luck that LGD just happened to have 4 heroes in the area doing those Ancients at that exact moment.
Well, they lost this high ground ward. If they still had the high ground ward, they still would have been able to commit to that. So that was just a very nice reaction by LGD. I don't know if they had this observer ward up there before the fight too. I think they were doing it blind. Else, I think Drow would have gusted.
Yeah, they dropped this right when the Roche was happening.
They needed it just a little bit earlier. If that ward had been up, I think they gust, they finish off Roche, and then drop picks of the Aegis. It still probably will end up a disaster, but not as disastrous as it was.
That was pretty damn disastrous, Ben. The Morphling was down like 1k gold to the Drow, I think, before that. 7-3 and 1 on Arrow, but now Sylar 2-1 and 5, and you go in later on in this go. Hold that thought. Jonas caught out again. This is just a terrible puck game, man. The Lion wrecked him in lane. Now the Skyrath is wrecking him later on with the level 3 Ancient Seal, and I don't know what you do. Can't really go jungle. You're a puck. Just gotta take your legs. Sylar will be jump mid lane. They use the medallion. I'll try for the TP out. Familiar's stun is there, and he's gonna go down. Maybe no. They stampede him out. Nicely played. Protecting
even then he had Aegis, so
yeah.
Radiant's top tower.
Nice to hang on.
So many resources, and they will lose a tower, or pretty close to losing a tower on top.
And he continuing to lay into this tier 1 top, as you mentioned. At the same time, it's Era trying to do the same thing bottom. And I want to point out, he's gone for the Ogre Club. Generally, we've seen a lot of Drow Rangers, they like to go for the early Yasha, sometimes the Mask of Madness. But Era is going for a more defensive, tankier build. Do you like the early Ogre Club, BKB, or maybe Sanji Yasha, I guess? Or do you think this would be something more damage?
He keeps getting fingered, so I think it's okay to go HP on him this game.
And I guess given that they have 4 ranged heroes, he has a huge chunk of their damage output.
Yeah, and he can't afford to get slowed by like Stampede or Skyrath Conch Shot, because then he'll get kited to death.
The concern for me is that MMY is about to get a blink. At which point, you've got your reliable blink hex, very difficult to BKB evade that type of initiation.
Swap? Or a Blink Puck. Blink Puck is actually what they really need to stop the aggression, but he's still 500 gold away. And we see another smoke coming out in July, MMY, and Faith.
LGD moving through. In July and MMY to the south they go. The Familiars are off busy on a dewarding trip, very slowly working on this Observer ward as they have no damage charges really remaining. They will not end up going for those. Instead, they ramp onto Hanskin. They want to try and control this tower mid, and LGD look for their initiation. The smoke ends up breaking. They're just going to auto-attack the tower. At the same time, Yao hangs back bottom. And LGD not really being contested here.
Here they go with a blink on Yao.
I think, yeah. Swap in to start the silence gush to follow it up, and Yao ends up going down to familiars and auto-attack, so they do get the kill. They don't give anything up mid. And NiP with the slate. Heads up play there, coming out on top, but still their tower mid likely to fall. It is denied by the Visage, though. Nicely done. That might be costly. Giving forward to Sylar, he throws up the shotgun. He's just a sliver of HP short. Brought him down to like 9, 8 HP, something along those lines. The 8 Mother split. From the ramp, he comes down. He works his way onto Sylar, gets off the boulder toss as the Stampede's coming out, so MMY can't make his way out. He did buy his blink before falling, but fall he shall.
Can they stop his blink?
And now they'll look to prevent the Centaur from leap out, but he manages to retreat to freedom, and with that, it looks like he'll survive. Quick reactions there.
They had to shoot an orb over him, I think, as the Cyclone was dispelling. And then they can get him. That would have been a nice pick-me-up, too.
Yeah, so end of the day, they commit a brew split, and they just get that Lion kill out of it. They also got the tower deny as well, but the big victory is getting that kill bottom earlier on the Bristleback. Yao still does not have mech. 60 minutes, even with all these Ancients, and a farm Bristle feels almost unkillable this game. Like, if he's 5-6 slotted, Drow, Venge, Visage, really struggle to bring him down.
And that was Puck's blink, too, for that nice fight that they just had.
A bit of a turn here, favoring LG, or favoring NiP, but still Sylar going straight for the E-Blade. Ghost Scepter out, 1,800 gold in his pocket. He's very farmed in his own right, and NiP don't really have much to lock down a Morphling, to be honest. Just the silences.
Yeah, which, I mean, Stampede can kind of own that.
Yeah, and I guess if you get the coil off, but as long as he's strength morphine, they're going to need the familiars and maybe the drow on top of him to still get the kill.
Or just kite him with brew and kill everyone else. That seems, I think, a much better option, considering Morphling is significantly more farmed than anyone else on the team.
It's a bit tough against the shotgun.
Oh, here they go. Another smoke. It has popped.
Blink from MMY. He hexes arrow to begin the fight. Insta-gibbed as they try to save him. It ain't going to happen. Couldn't even get off the swap in time. The swap comes through now. It's in July. Is going to head to the south. Instead, Yao gets caught out there. The coil's on 2. They're going to end up dropping both of their frontline tanks. Yao also going down. So for now, it's a 2-for-1. They got the drow. The tower at least going to the Dire. Sylar does survive. He thinks about coming back in now. He's had enough. He's going to back off. They'll probably have to sack Faith here. A blink forward. This is going to be a 3rd kill for NiP. They're doing a great job of defending their towers. Faith will also die, and it's up to MMY as well as Sylar to just head mid immediately and look to split push.
Venge was a little slow in that swap there defensively to save the Drow range, but at the same time, she did die in less than a second.
That was just ridiculous.
Yeah. But if they do get the swap, then she can pop her BKB and go to town.
They've been pretty good at rotating, though. NiP are rarely that late. When LGD jumps them within like maybe 2 seconds, they're all there or TPing in immediately to defend. Overall, their positioning's been pretty solid. They're definitely working together, and we've seen the power of teamwork really paying off here. You look at the matches yesterday. I know you weren't casting them, but for those who did see, the big dogs look very discombobulated and ended up costing them one of those games in that best of 3. Despite having all those legendary Chinese players on their team. No burning, though. Burning was not playing yesterday.
Radiant's bottom tower is attack.
Fishing bottom. But he won't find anything.
Dire's middle tower is under
Puck
attack.
is so scared, as he should be. Oh, actually, 8 Mother gonna run into MMY.
Perhaps. Oh, that's a deep ward place. At the same time, bottom, the coil. In July, he stuck around here, and he's going to end up paying with his life. He runs towards the tower, but he ends up just being a very ignoble sacrifice. Nothing really gained from that.
In July dies so often as an offlaner.
It's weird. Most of his deaths aren't even in the laning stage either.
Yeah.
They're after that.
His bat last game, too.
I mean, this game, I guess he was technically the safe lane farmer, but still playing that initiating role.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
So now we see the shotgun come out for Sylar. Split pushing at 872 HP.
This could be very strong with the Lion. If they can chain it up correctly, they can just kill Arrow before he can even pop his BKB. Or, obviously, a lot of these other heroes. But that's a big if. If he gets it off, fight will go the other way.
Puck's in a great spot. scout out these
Radiant's top
initiators.
tower is
And
under attack.
no way they want to take a fight
Dire's
there.
bottom tower has fallen.
Well, they're going to sack it. Instead, Sylar goes to the top side of the map. He will go for the tower last hit, but he gets drunk and hazed off. If he missed again, it would have been a
Has
deny.
fallen.
Doesn't get the double miss proc there, though. Nice effort by 8 Mother, but
Roshan is up again.
holidays are over, Roshan. Take your Santa hat off.
When's the official end? 1-1-1?
This
1-2?
moment.
This moment.
This very moment. Time to get ready for Chinese New Year. I'm the Grinch, man. I'm killing Christmas.
So it looks like Morphling and Drow Ranger's farm is still hand in hand, or neck and neck rather, 9,500 to 9,200. But Morphling can split push a lot more
Radiant's bottom
effectively
tower is under
since
attack.
they don't really have a good way to kill him. Uh-oh.
See, even Twitch got rid of the Santa hat in chat.
Can they kill? Who can Morphling kill with his shotgun? Definitely not Visage. Probably not even Venge too. She has strength traits on. I don't think she can kill anyone.
Well, if they get any +1.
Oh, there it goes. Okay, never mind. Just kidding. He did kill the Venge.
Yeah, that did a bit more than I expected as well.
Radiant's bottom tower
That's without the
has
finger
been
or the
denied.
Skyrath nuke. So, like, this is a really good E-Blade game. Jonas might get caught out. MMY just on the verge of leaping after him. He will blink forward, but now it's a bit too late. Jonas retreats out. So, Sylar unveils a shotgun. He polishes off a support. And that may be the goal here for LGD. Just kind of spread the map out, farm it up, split push, just wait out the Drow's timey window with the BKB, and
Do Roshan.
just try to take it later.
I think they really need to split push do Roshan, and then when Morphling gets another Aegis, I think they can really go to town on Drow Ranger. He can just blow all his quit on the Drow Ranger. If he dies, then
Speaking of
no big deal.
Morphling, he just now has TP scroll mana. He's going to use it. Jonas orb to the north, Morphling went to the south. Bullet dodge, though. Sylar was playing that one real close.
I think that's a Roshan if he dies there. So that's real close.
Yeah, maybe it was just slightly off on his calculations for when he'd have TP mana, but he ends up dodging the bullet.
The orb was just, I would even say like 100 range off from seeing him.
Yeah, it was pretty close. And then I believe he did have coil runs ready at the time, so could have insta-canceled the TP.
Uh-oh, Lion looking to set up maybe on a puck, but they don't actually have vision of that hill.
MMY's done a really nice job of warding off this Radiant
Radiant's
jungle, though.
bottom tower
Drops this
is under
ward,
attack.
drops this one. But that's not going to help you if they just come straight down mid. And that seems to be the goal here for NiP. Everybody come mid now. We've got our Vlads online. The R strat
In
is...
July is at like 500
middle tower
HP.
is
So if
under
they want to
attack.
take this fight, they have to take it without a full HP Centaur.
I mean, to be fair,
Radiant's bottom tower
Centaur has not
is
had
under
much
attack.
impact this game. Oh, they're fishing around. They're not going to have a crack at this, though. They'll continue trading, which to me
Radiant's
seems like the
bottom
wise
tower is
play.
under attack.
When you've got the BKB up on Drow, unless you can just find a pick-off, actually taking the team fight is very tough.
Oh, catch onto Yao.
But Sylar's here, shotgun thrown out. Now the wave gets a quick kill, and then he gets punished. No, he'll end up replicating back. He should end up surviving here at the same time, though. Yao being pursued, he will live as well, and the puck even buys back for this one immediately. Jaunts in before the orb ends to rejoin the team, but eesh, that's just
worth
a
it for Roche.
clinical pickoff by Sylar.
Yeah, what was the phase? Phase bros?
I feel like this gets a lot harder once the Crimson Guard's complete,
Roshan has fallen
and that
into
is
the
not
Radiant.
too terribly far off for Yao.
Well, technically, I think they could actually go high ground with this
NiP?
Aegis.
Like
Yeah,
right now?
I think they should. Before Morphling gets too big. They're constantly getting split push, and they can't actually defend against it well because the Lion will pick them off.
Oh,
Just like right
MMY looks to spring the trap, but blink, the hex, not needed. Just gets off the Impale insta-kill now. Turn comes around, puck orbing through, onto MMY he goes, Faith trying to TP out, he gets Cyclone. It'll be a 2-for-1, but it does cost him a brew split, which means at least they're not going high ground. Still though, 2 more kills in the NiP's coffers.
That was a great orb by Puck. He got vision on the fogged Skyrath, who was TPing. So
But Crimson Guard is up, Morphling's still
they
farming.
have 2 Vanguards. Ugh. Ugh.
You don't like even versus all this right click, you don't like the damage block?
I think he gets armor. I think they just get
Like get an AC on one of them?
Radiant's
yeah.
middle
One of
tower
them gets
is
an
under
AC, one
attack.
gets a Crimson Guard.
Yeah. I guess the build up on the Vanguard's a bit easier.
I think they need armor over block, though, because it's like really large hits from Drow Ranger. She hits for 250. 251.
Yeah, this is going to come down to if Era can keep his distance a lot in these team fights. If they're able to just get on him with the Centaur early, then they will be neutered pretty heavily in their damage. The other thing that perhaps NiP was waiting for earlier is just this Ags on Visage, which he's now picked up. So at this point, you have to say they've pretty much all the tools. Oh, silence! Attempted from Era. He wanted to catch the Morphling like right as he went for the wave before he replicated out, but just didn't get the timing quite right. Still, Era's been... He's really like pushing the Gust to its limits as a spell, which is not normally a spell you would say that about. He's been impressive, man. I gotta say, you go back to like TI4, Era was kind of a question mark for the team. They wanted to replace him with Excalibur, but
We call that a dubious carry.
he's not feeling very dubious anymore. Even if his team loses the game, he's still playing exceptionally well.
So it looks like they're looking to knock the last T2 tower out. How long do they have left on Aegis? 3 minutes. I mean, I guess if they lose a T3 push, though, they kind of lose the game. But I think that chance is pretty low with 8 Mother being on the Brewmaster. They want to hit while he's still strong. Drow Ranger, while she still has pretty high duration on her BKB before Morphling gets too many items. I think this is a really good time for them to go Icon, especially with the Aegis. Or Aegis and the Eggs. Sorry, I meant Eggs.
They may look to do it now. They're going to work on this tier 2 top lane. NiP preparing for the potential breach of the base, and they do continue to push forward with 5, but the split push from LGD mounts. MMY, well, never mind. It doesn't mount. They all TP out. They're going to retreat. An Era, Manta complete. Ags online for the Visage, as you mentioned. They have all the tools they need to break this base.
They have to disable the brew split. I think that's the most important
It's
part.
a Blink Hex is very powerful versus that.
Well,
There's the swap.
8 Mother's going to be going in, not vice versa.
Yeah, well, you can kind of just target him with the Hex if you see him running forward, but not if he's hiding in the trees like this. They will shotgun Era, bringing him almost down. He will, for now, survive. The swap comes in, they jump on a Yao. Stops there, catches on Handskin, they wait for it, they kill off the Aegis. That means Drow Ranger now participate in this fight while the crucial battle begins. Era now trapped, on the run. The Crimson Guard working magic wonders against NiP. They bring down Seal Kid. They look for Era, no way to cancel his TP, or do they? No, just wait on the Blink Silence, or Blink Stop.
Wow.
Still 3-0.
What a terrible fight. 8 Mother got Silence and Hex. Drow did not pop her BKB before the shotgun. Like, that was just about as bad as it could get.
Yeah, and that's... You look at this game going late, and you cannot feel confident for NiP. Very few tools to deal with the Sylar Morphling. Great heroes to itemize against the Drow Visage with the Crimson Guard complete on one. Yao probably going to go for the AC now. Maybe they pick up like a Shiva's or even some Blade Mails later on. This is going to be scary for NiP.
That was just a great bait by Sylar, too. They really wanted to kill the Replicate. And then they all focused a Bristle Illusion. And then while they were focusing, while they were concentrating on that, they weren't looking. He forgot to pop his BKB and just got owned by the Morphling. And then ideally, it's a Brewmaster initiate on someone squishy like...
They just kind of sat around too long,
yeah.
and eventually LGD are going to find their opening, I guess.
They won't know what hit 'em.
Well, this has to be deflating for NiP. Off of the back of that fight, it's a dire advantage of 5,000 gold, 7,500 experience.
She could have manted out of it, too.
That's true. He was pretty quick on the shotgun.
Yeah, he really was. And they didn't really have high ground vision, too.
NiP are searching. They get MMY? No, just kidding. He's this wily old veteran's got some quick reflexes in his old age. I'm not going to go for the yellow coil. Well, I gotta say though, in addition to all those miscues, like they just did no right-click damage, especially with the Crimson Guard there. That's kind of a concern here for NiP.
Oh, Drow Ranger wasn't. She popped her BKB at like
Yeah, and then they're just
5%.
running all over her after that.
Yeah.
They don't. I guess they have the swap. That's like the only real way to reposition her in fights. You'd love to have like that Stampede on your side.
Or you just get Brew up there because he's much more tanky.
Yeah, it feels like if she ever has to run though, like they don't have a way to reset. Like they have to get the Brew in first to control the fight and make sure Drow maintains her plus damage.
Well, here they go. Smoked. MMY sees somebody.
This could be bad. Era has BKB. He's going to get it off in time. This could be the turn that they're looking for. MMY, he gets, for now, stampeded back towards Freedom. Surrounded by the puck, will end up going down. Can't even get off a single spell. Mystic Flare was thrown out here as well, not doing anything. Yao on the chase though, as Arrow's BKB wears off. Yao just lays into him. Can he finish off this Drow Ranger in time? He's low. He will end up falling. The Morphling of Sylar now into the fray, and he's at full HP. There's just too much right click here in LG. They buy back on the Drow. They know the importance of this fight, but it's a triple kill for 8 Mother. He's the one standing strong. Yao wants to run now, but with the buyback, they're going to get the Yao kill as well. Make it 4 heroes down. The lone survivor is the Godzilla Morphling, and it does force out a Drow Ranger buyback.
He is Godzilla. I agree.
It's just a tough game to be up against a farm Morphling. They don't have a Hexam Puck. Puck is nowhere near one. They're still chasing this though.
Oh, they see him.
They know Sylar, man. They know his. Oh no, is he one step ahead? They have no Blink Coil, no Yules in range. Oh, that sucks. That really sucks.
They're toying with their hearts.
Under attack.
That was pretty cool though. Like the recognition there. Like I know Sylar's gonna go for this one more wave, but they just couldn't chase quite quickly enough, and he also knew he needed to get the hell out of there. So good anticipation of the enemy team's movements by both sides. But now a BKB for Sylar. Now what are you going to do? Can't really kite him as much. Drow's BKB starts to wear a bit thin, down to 7 seconds.
Oh, BKB for Sylar is just terrible for NiP.
They can't coil him. Ugh.
Yeah, without a Hex and with his BKB up, he is... I mean, unless he just makes a disastrous mistake.
Puck flicks and Sylar's like, ooh, fresh meat. No, runs the hell away. Wisely so. Just trying to push out these lanes and hang on. Roshan coming up potentially any moment now, or it could be a few minutes. We'll see what the respawn timer is in just a sec. But before that message, we will see an LGD movement. They're going to run into some familiars here. Can't get in range yet.
Nice gem from Faith, too. They're going to get this D-ward, it looks like. Or maybe not.
Sylar chilling on the low ground. And NiP going to make their way towards the top lane. It looks like LGD will push through mid. The Morphling in front. The rest of the team close behind, and they actually don't go for the AC. Yao goes for a BKB. In July picked up this Ogre Club. Or I think he picked up the Robo Magi, then went back for the Ogre Club, so maybe was debating a Blade Mail or something, but not sure what he's going to end up going for. At the same time, though, NiP are poised to break base. High ground. They don't have the Familiars or the Drow Ranger here, so most of their tower killing potential is not in position. It will force LGD back, though. They decide not to risk it, feeling like they probably have the late game. Tower denied mid.
In NiP, they aren't really split pushing with the Visage Familiars like you see C9 do. A lot. It's just almost always with them in the fights, which isn't necessarily the best way to have them, just because they fall so quickly to the Bristleback's Cool Spray.
Yeah. We generally just see them hiding in the trees when C9 are running it. And, like, occasionally they'll be in a fight, but it's hardly an everyday thing. Coil committed here. They want to get the Faith kill. MMY looks to turn this one. Mystic Flare's there as well. Jonas may end up going down before the fight really even gets underway. Even through the Crimson Guard, though, Era is strong. He'll bring down one. Now the Stampede used by Injuly. Jonas up to the high ground, still surviving through it all. And the shotgun comes through. Sylar just goes to town on Era, shreds him a new one. But now has to fight against the Familiars. Doesn't have much to back him up. He gets swapped forward towards the enemy team. Still the BKB's there. And a nice stomp from Injuly. But I don't think they have the damage to engage into this Bruce split. Sylar looks like he'll end up going down. He will. That's a massive bounty. 700 gold just from the kill itself. And probably more from all that assist gold. Yao on the run, he gets a triple familiar kill, though, as there was no resummon available, but they still chase onwards. Can they even get this kill? They're going to try for it. Yao, quite tanky. A blink in, a stomp again. Mystic Flare thrown out, but for now, your Puck's going to survive and retreat out to safety. 8 Mother TPing out, Handskin TPing out. Everybody, their mother, their father, and their sister's true.
That was a good call by the
back. Uh-oh. Seal Kid on the run now as well. He does have a TP scroll, but he actually bought it in the stash. And it looks like he may tick down before he can buy one from the side shop. He's not going to bother. No, he does. No, they're not going to... Oh, are they going to turn this? They might. His team's roaching, though. Faith creating space, and that was really quick roach. Puck gets the kill, but well worth it. Sylar needing that Aegis after dying and buying back.
MMY goes for the blink stun, but will miss. On the TPing Puck.
Oh, okay. Woo! Well, are you still favoring LGD here as this game goes later?
Yes. definitely. Especially if they build more armor. Like, if they get an AC and a Vlad's, like, just 10 armor on everyone, good luck. Or Ghost Scepters, even.
The other thing in that fight was that Sylar never got the Crimson Guard buff on himself because he came into the fight pretty late. So it's a big part of why we saw him drop so quickly.
Also, his item progression is a lot better than Drow Ranger's. She's just, what, BKB and Manta? He has BKB, Manta, and EB, and an Aegis to continue farming.
And she went for the BKB early, so it's going to be a very low duration in the rest of the fights. Okay. That is a bit of a concern.
Trying to kill Sylar twice, maybe? Maybe looking for... They think that he's baiting them out, so they're going to go behind and try and get the supports. But there's no one there. And now they don't know what to do.
The wraparound continues. Jonas, man, leading the way. He jumps onto Fate. They orb quickly looking to kill him off. And now MMY. Can't really engage into this.
They don't want to fight into the Aegis.
Uh-oh. Well, they're going to have to, because here comes Papa Sylar. Straight on to the Vengeful Spirit he goes. Shreds her, but even through the BKB, as well as the Aegis, he's dropping low here. Not finished off, though. A great jump in from Yao. The Impale from MMI catching out 2-3 heroes as BKBs begin to wear off. Sylar's still alive through the Strength Morphing, Crimson Guard, everything being used to help keep the Morphling in fighting shape. And the Bruce split ends. 8 Mother unable to blink out in time. Can't retreat. Now being run down slowly but surely. Can they cancel this TP out? Yes, they can. A very strength-heavy adaptive strike. It stuns them for like 4+ seconds. And in the end,
that was
he doesn't even lose the Aegis.
I don't think they should have backed off after they killed the Skywrath. If they take a fight there, oh, well, he's dead.
X, now an Impale follow-up. They're going to Mana Drain Jonas Man. He's even going to have mana for a single spell after this. He just barely does. Stomp attempted, slightly off on the timing. Now the puck Yules. Phase shift, trying to blink away here momentarily, I imagine, and will end up doing so. The chase is on now. MMY's got his own blink. There's your Yule Scepter. He can Hex to follow this up, but the Impale was used as Jonas Man will insta-phase shift, stomp, finally finish off the damn Venge. They will. The puck orbing back in and wants to look to re-engage, perhaps. No, it's going to retreat out. That was a nice sacrificial play there.
Top tower is under
but can't sacrifice anything to save their tower, it seems. LGD getting a bit out of control here in game number 2. Buyback on your Brew. This is a huge commitment. They don't even have a Brew split. And Sylar still has Aegis. Don't forget that. He's got a shotgun forward. Goes on to Era. He's fighting into the BKB drown. When that BKB wears off, you're definitely not contesting. Still has the Aegis. Still has it. On the retreat out. Jonas Man leaping forward, but he gets hexed instantly. MMY was ready for this with the Mystic Flare. They get the kill, and Sylar continues to stand strong. Aegis online, the cheese pop, but yeah, the commitment. This one, MMY blinking forward, past, and then stunning back, then zapping for good measure. Another beautiful kill, but now they may have to retreat out as the gem will drop. The buyback forced out by the puck earlier, or just now, as well as the Brewmaster. So heavy investment in this defense. Sylar, he's going to stick around and still has the Aegis, by the way. This may actually expire before he dies. No, it'll finally go off. Can they kill him a second time? Not even going to bother. Yeesh.
It's a mediocre fight for LGD. They get the range racks. Meh.
Yeah, they did force out a double buyback from an IP.
Mm-hmm. Oh, Drow Ranger actually survives for once.
Yeah. That's a blessing in disguise. And they got the gem as well. So with the gem, you'd probably say it's at least even, maybe even slightly.
They really need the Aegis cheese. If like Aegis goes to Morphling and Bristle gets a cheese, I mean that they do not have enough firepower to break through that. They're already on the backhand because of all these BKBs.
Puck move. Oh, Jonas, he flew too close to the sun, and Sylar was happy to clip those wings. That was a very ballsy play. Thought he could kind of juke him by orbing one way and then not jaunting in, but Sylar just kept his eye on the prize and gets the easy kill.
Oh, few minutes left until Roche spawns. At least 3 minutes, so 3 to 6 coming in now. I think LGD just takes it slow, split pushes out lanes, and gets the Aegis. It's definitely the safe way to do it, especially considering how last fight went. Or they can pressure NiP while they are very short on buybacks. So,
yeah, looks like they're going to choose the latter approach. Straight down mid they go. Aegis is now gone, so they won't have Aegis, they won't have cheese. They've got the triple BKBs, the shotgun, the extra Eagle Song here as Sylar works towards the butterfly.
I mean, the 3 BKBs is just insanely strong.
Yeah, they can just ignore the frost arrows. Normally with Drow, you just like to kite heroes, bring them down one by one. Brutal insta-split, and goes on to Sylar. Throws out the boulder toss, cyclones up the bristle, but they just muscle down one.
Oh, you can dispel the Crimson Guard.
Oh, interesting. Still, he's tanky, though. He's got 37 agility, even without Crimson Guard. Sylar stands his ground. They are, at the same time, trying to split push top lane. Injuly TP's in. He'll look to defend, and, well, he stampedes to hold the line for now. And the Radiant base, the base is being caved in. The melee Rex falls. Now the retreat comes back in full throttle. MMY zapping and then retreating out to safety. Still, Yao is sticking around in this base. 8 Mother there as well. Sylar looks like wants to get the second melee Rex, but is going to end up being forced back. The just slightly late was Jonas Man on the retreat out. That means that your Morphling can look to engage here momentarily. He went back to the well, but now he's on the hunt forward. On to Arrow they go. They might not even need the Morphling to get this kill. Drow Ranger blasted again in the face. Sylar unloading both barrels and just running roughshod over NiP here. He takes down the melee Rax mid. Didn't get the top lane of Rax, but they hold the line top. They force out 3 deaths, a 900 gold swing, more map control, and they just cannot do anything about the Morphling. And that was before the butterfly was completed, which he just picked up in the well. Woo.
He's so fat. Sylar has an amazing Morphling, too.
And they did not really draft to, like, hard counter a Morphling. They drafted more to, like, timing push.
Why didn't they? They've picked it in the first phase.
There was a Doom City around, I think.
Do you see his armor right now? 37 armor.
Elder Titan was out there. Doom was out there.
Yeah. The value natural order with minus 37 armor. That would be so disgusting right now versus the Morph.
And they have not a single plus armor item at this point, I don't believe. Aside from the plate mail and Yao, still no AC. 42 minutes with a Centaur and a Bristle. Well, that's actually very late.
Crimson, that's about it.
Yeah, you've got the damage block. Now the AC is complete, but if that's it, you're just sitting at 5 armor, that's not going to cut it. In theory, assume you've got the right click, which you should with the Drow.
Yeah, and the Familiars. I mean, he would just melt.
It was just like that top fight where they went for the push. It wasn't really a... Jonas, man, not again, my friend. It's going to try to phase shift here and survive. Can he blink? No, it's not going anywhere. Now 8 Mother's forced to engage into a bad situation. Kind of a panic move by MMY. Not really anywhere for him to go. He'll run out, break the coil, accept, embrace his fate, but it's really area you have to be worried about. If you're NiP, he runs north, he runs south, he drips through the cheese, he drives, and he can't get out. Steel Kid next on the list. Sylar just easily fighting his way through the Brewmaster split, waving onwards. GG, well played. We're going to a deciding game 3. Woo, this was an intense one. 33-36, a bloody game here. Definitely more action-packed than the first game.
Draft Elder Titan, please.
It would have been a nice pick there, that's for sure. And they picked the Morphling really early, second pick.
I think they like committed to the Drow Visage strat. It like seemed like they had that in mind before they actually saw what LGD had.
Yeah, they're like, we're gonna do like a heavy pushing R strat this game, and just banked on it.
It also was not a puck game.
Yeah, and after that great Nyx performance, Jonas has a total 180 of a game. Wasn't a great puck game, wasn't a great puck performance, and he'll have to look to bounce back here. NiP not out of it yet, though, guys. You're watching iLeague Season number 2. This is, of course, your winner bracket round 1 match, our third of 4. We'll move into game number 3 after a short commercial break. I'm LD, he's Merlini. Stick around. You're watching Beyond the Summit, and we'll be right back.